So year 3, for our final lesson on symmetry in art, we're going to make these symmetrical painted bugs, okay? And these are bugs that I want you to use your imagination and creativity for, because I want you to imagine what would your bug, your ideal bug, have. So if you look at my bug has got a sting on the end of its tail to sting its prey, to stun its prey when it's trying to catch its food. It has wings, so it's 2 sets of wings. These are wings, but also there are wings on the side here, and those are extra wings that when it wants to go extra fast, it can employ these wings to help it. It has antennae, so it can feel its way around, and it has other stings at the front of its body. It also has these feelers, and they can catch their prey as they're moving along. If they come across something, they can catch it. Okay, so all these are special talents that my bug has. And when you make your bug, I want you to think about what your bug is going to be able to do, okay? And make it as weird and wonderful as you like. Okay, so this is how we're going to go about doing it. Today you will need a piece of paper, you will need a selection of paints, and you will also need a marker pen later on. Now the paints you need are ones that you can squeeze onto the paper. So let's get started. So you need a piece of A4 paper, and you're just going to fold it in half. So once you've folded it in half, you're going to use one side of the piece of paper to lay your paint on. Now you need a very small amount of paint to do this project, just a tiny amount. So I'm going to squeeze on a little bit of blue, tiny amount of blue, bit of red, and you can put it wherever you like on the page, but it must go on one side rather than on both sides. You can use as many colours as you want. The more colour you use, the more interesting your bug will be. Okay, so I've squeezed my paint on. I'm going to put the top of the other half on top, and I'm going to make the paint spread out by using my hand. Okay, and then I'm going to reveal what the paint has done. Okay, now I've got a very interesting bug shape there. So what I need to do now is let this dry and think about how I'm going to make this shape into a bug. Now, just remember, if you want to get more paint, you need to think about how you position your paint. So if you want to fill these areas on your bug, think about where you're going to squeeze the paint onto your page. But I like this. This is going to be a good bug. I'm going to let this dry, and I will show you the next steps after that. Okay, year 3. Now, I have got another bug here that I created earlier, as I want to show you now. So, and what I've done is, can you see it fills the whole piece of paper? So what I've done is I've added an extra piece of paper so I can draw the elements of the bug around it, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edge with my marker pen to highlight the outline of the bug. And I think this will just make it look more like a bug rather than a paint splat on the middle of the page, okay? So highlight the bug's outline. And then you're ready to use your imagination. Now, I think these 2 bits here look like eyes, so I'm going to make those eyes just a little bit bigger. They look like quite vicious eyes, I reckon. So there's one eye. He looks quite an evil bug, I think. He's quite a wicked bug, I reckon. Okay, and then I think I like this shape here. I'm going to outline that shape as part of his body. And this, I think, is going to be where when he catches his prey, the prey come into this tube here. So what I might do is if I put his mouth here, big scary teeth, and then this is somehow, his mouth is somehow connected to this tube where his prey go. Okay, so there we go. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the shapes around here. There's some lovely shapes that have been created by the paint. This is going to be a pattern on his body. Okay, so then I think I'm going to want to give my my insect a antennae, so it can feel its way around. Very large antennae. It's a large bug, this. And remember, you might want to name your bug. It's up to you. I think I've coloured those in to make them stand out. What else might I do? Well, I think he looks a bit like, I think I might give him legs. So his legs are hidden underneath the body, maybe. So I'm just going to show the legs coming out. And these are going to be what we call articulated legs. So they have more than one section to them. And he's going to have big feet like this, okay? So decide, yeah, that's it. And then I'm going to do one coming out here. Decide what features you want your bug to have and draw them on. It's absolutely up to you. Maybe I think I'm going to give him a big sting so he can sting his prey here when he's catching. What else do you want to give him? Maybe you want to give him a device here for catching food. There we go. But what is important, Year 3, is that you remember that what you do on one side of your bug, you need to do on the other side of the bug. Once you've added the features of the bug, the eyes, the mouth, the feeding system, the antennae, the legs, then you can start to think about the patterns you want to add to your bug. So you may want, I quite like the shapes that the painter's made on the bug here. So I'm going to use those in my pattern. And I might do a swirly repeated pattern like this. So I'm copying the shapes as I go. And I've done it on this side, so I will do it on this side. I might want to use these dark spots on my bug to create a pattern. So I've done it on this side, so I'll do it on this side. Use your imagination. I'm going to stop there, Year 2, because I don't want to give you too many of my ideas. I want you to come up with your own creative ideas, how you can make your symmetrical bug as weird and as wonderful as you possibly can. Now, on the Firefly page, there are some body part sheets that may give you some ideas of what features you might want your bug to have. Okay, so take a look at those. They might help you with some ideas or come up with your own ideas. I can't wait to see your fantastical bugs, Year 3. Good luck. Bye for now.